This is a place.
This is the place?
This is a place. We want to talk about. This is a place.
Thank you for listening to This is a Place podcast. My name is Brandon.
My name is Nate.
We want to wish everybody Nate's personal favorite holiday, Global Running Day.
Running? Mm-hmm. I go running every day.
Running errands.
I run errands. I run to the store.
You run like a chicken with your head cut off.
Yep. Almost every day.
In all seriousness, you hate running. You think people
I
that
don't
run...
get it. How
Yeah,
about
you don't
that? I
get
just
it.
don't get it. I've never got it. I think I've mentioned before, people talk about this quote unquote runner's high. I've never had it. Well, I should back the truck up, but I don't hate running. I just don't like running for fun. Like, I love sports, so I run all the time.
You
Like
don't love the
basketball,
sport of running.
I just don't go for a run. I don't, and I don't understand or why people pay money to go run a race.
People like me.
Like, people will even go to like Disneyland to run half marathons
Those
and pay a lot of money
idiots.
for it.
I bet it's way
Idiots.
expensive, and all you get to do is just go to the park and don't go any rides. You just get to run past the rides. What's the fun in that?
Exactly. Pay a lot of money to be miserable. Doesn't sound like my type of thing.
Well, that's okay. We still respect you. We know
But I
you're
still
getting
get people
out.
saying I just need to try it. And I'm like, no, I've tried it. Like, I seriously,
What's the furthest
I
you've run?
ran the furthest,
Like the furthest
um,
structured distance. Maybe not structured distance, but
at least 50 yards. At least 50
at
yards.
least 50. Okay. Okay.
No. So back in the day, and I have a picture to prove that I was in a lot better shape than I am now. So in my early 20s, like 22, 23, I used to every other day, I would basically run like little over 3 miles in like 20 minutes
Hmm.
every day, every other
Wow.
day.
That's pretty quick.
And then at night, there was a girl that I knew, a friend of mine that was training for a marathon. So I would go running with her, like, I don't know how many miles, at least another 3 miles, and not 3, 5, 6, 7 miles at night with her. And I kept trying. I tried so hard to get that runner's high, never did. When I used to play basketball, nobody wanted to guard me because they called me the Energizer Bunny because I could just run in circles. I could just keep running all day
Right.
around in circles. I can't do that anymore, not even close. I get winded walking upstairs right now. But I gave it a solid shot. I've never
You gave
I
it the
think
old
I
college
tried.
try.
I gave it the old college try when I was in college, the couple weeks I was in college, and the semester or two I was there. But I did try with that same girl the reason we actually both applied for the St. George Marathon, and she got picked and I didn't. So I
Hmm.
think the plan was we were going to run the marathon, and then I didn't get picked. I'm like, I'll still kind of train with you. So I didn't do like all the long runs with her, but like I said, I would sometimes run in the morning, those 3 miles, and at night I'm running another 5, 6, 7 miles with her. What I wouldn't really call it running, it's more like swift jogging, right? When you run that distance.
Let me put on my therapist hat for a second. Nate, the reason you don't like running, is it because you weren't picked for the marathon?
Yeah, well, yes, that hurt. And if we want to get into not being picked, I still have a bitterness towards EFY because they didn't pick me either for that. So,
Hey, they also didn't pick me. Those bastards.
so-
Those, let's see, let's use better words.
and
Those those goofballs.
they wonder why my spirituality is hurting. Just kidding. Yeah, I didn't get picked for EFY back in high school, and then the marathon didn't get picked for that either. I've gone back and forth if I should put a marathon on my bucket list, but
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I'd rather put something else on the list.
Could you do even just a half marathon? I mean, that's not that bad.
I've thought about that too, and it's just like it just doesn't. Nope.
Just doesn't
I
call to
don't
you.
have. Doesn't speak to me. Nope.
Well, if that day ever
Maybe.
comes, Nate, you know where to go. Maybe me, because I have a love hate relationship with running. With well, I do like to run, but extremely long distances, such as a half marathon. This time last year, actually, this day we're recording is the 1 year anniversary and a day of when I ran my first half. So it's fitting we're talking about this right now. But after that, I said I would never do a half marathon again. And here I am. Disney's got my money.
That's that one. Yeah, that's on you. I can't. I
Yeah.
guess if there's an excuse to go to Disney, I guess you got to take it. But
Yeah. It
but
was a way
to
for
be
me to
punished, you're
say,
being punished. Maybe you're gonna like
go on.
start to hate Disney because you're
I was
gonna
going to say,
associate it with misery.
with misery. Well, I'm training much better than I did the previous time because the last time I did the run, half marathon, I was deathly, not deathly sick. I had the worst cough of my life for 3 months. And it was really hard to run when you're coughing your lungs out. And so I didn't train for a good chunk of time. And then I crammed at the very last minute, even ran 11 miles 2 or 3 days before my half marathon. And I was like, oh, this is just fine. Then I went on the half marathon and it was really tricky because I was not at all prepared, especially not for the downhill run that it was. And it was really bad. I really have to be prepared this time around because not only am I going to Disneyland for the run, I'm going to be going to the park after the fact. So if I'm in a bad place, it's going to be a bad couple of days because it's just walking around
That's what I'm saying.
all day, every
And
day.
going to Disney as itself is like equivalent to walking a half marathon. So you're gonna run one and then walk one the next
It
couple of
won't be the
days.
same day, right?
For the
So
next couple of days,
there's that. But if I,
wouldn't it be better to go to Disneyland a couple of days before and then run the marathon?
it would, but it's the week of Labor Day. So it's Labor Day, and then that following weekend is the half. So I thought
Okay.
maybe going after was going to be a little bit better, but we'll
Okay.
see.
Well, I'm excited for you to report.
Come and report how many BYU and Utah shirts I see while on my run.
Exactly. There you go.
Well, for all you runners out there or prospective runners, such as Nate, go out, have a little run today, even if it's 50 meters to celebrate Global Running Day. And happy June. This is our first June episode. It's still not officially summer, but it is summer for most children. Everyone should be out of school right now.
Yes.
So your house is
Except
bustling.
except for my son who has to go to summer school.
Oh,
Tisk tisk.
that's no fun.
Did you have to do them? Did you ever have to do summer school?
I did not.
Okay. I'm just like
Did you?
surprised how many people I never did, but my little sister did, which is interesting because I think she even has like her master's degree now in something, but
Hmm.
it's just interesting how the people I've been kind of complaining to have to take my son to summer school and they're like, oh, I did that. I did that. Yeah, I'm like, oh, really? So I guess it's not uncommon to go to summer school, but he just failed a few classes over his high school career and we're nervous that he won't be able to make it up. He's a senior next year. So we're making him go to summer school
Hmm.
to make up his credits. It just seems crazy to me, but it is what it is. But I'm shocked though. Like when I drop him off in the morning, like it's
It's
there's a
packed.
lot of kids
It's like
getting,
school's in
yeah.
session.
Yeah. I like that. Oh, this isn't gonna be too bad, you know. It's not as bad,
Shorter
obviously,
days
as
at
school
least,
being
right?
yeah, they're only it's weird because they go to the school, from my understanding, they go to the school to log into their computers to do their work and then go home. So basically everything they're doing is online, but you have to be physically at the school for a certain amount of the summer school for it to count.
Gotcha.
Seems interesting. So yeah, like I said, it's been interesting seeing all the kids that are actually going to summer school. So or maybe they're doing other activities at school. I don't know, but I'm assuming it's summer school because he says like his there's like a bunch of classrooms and each one is like packed.
Wow.
But yeah, so summer really hasn't officially started quite yet. I think he has like another week,
Isn't it the
but it has
21st?
started for my other two kids. And we'll see how this summer goes.
I mean, it sounds like you're going to have a busy summer. You've got lots of activities going on.
June's going to be super busy, but it should slow down a little bit for July. But yeah, June I've got going out of town. I've got young man's camp, all in June. So I'm gonna be gone quite a bit. So I think most of our episodes are gonna have to be something that we've either seen before or gone to before, or
Not
we
lots
can
of
talk
field
about the
trips
camps that I'm at.
during the
Not a
summer
lot.
shows.
There's not gonna be a lot. Yeah, there's not gonna be a lot of on hands-on investigations
Hmm.
or experiences.
That's okay. We'll still have a good
But
time.
guess where we went like a couple weeks ago for my daughter's birthday. Made me think of you.
Hmm.
That kind of what got this whole thing moving forward years ago.
Oh, you went to the trampoline park.
Yeah, we went to altitude for
Nice.
my daughter's birthday. Yeah, she had a birthday party too, which was awesome because I think the last time we had a birthday party for her, we did it at Nickelmania, which was fun because it's kind of cheap for the most part.
Yeah.
But you're also kind of worried because the kids are just running around. They spend their money within like 5 minutes, and then you kind of have to babysit them. Where the trampoline park was just like go play and then come back and have some fun.
Yeah, that's nice. That's
Have
where
some
we
food
went
and
for my
cake and stuff
daughter's
like that.
birthday this year too, actually.
Altitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just bought my kids. I we haven't used it yet because they have a membership you can do like
Hmm.
a three like there's three tiers. There's like gold, silver, and bronze or something. And the bronze and silver tier you usually have to pay like a startup fee to use to get it going.
Mm-hmm.
And but they waived that fee for the month of May, so I signed up on the very last day for like the $10 plan. Actually, for everyone in my family. So that's so cheap. Because like my wife and I go once with them, then it's going to cost us more than $10 anyways. So, but you have to commit to like, I think 2 or 3 months worth. But I figure that's the whole summer. So my plan is hopefully at least once a week I can drop the kids off at altitude. Maybe I'll go jump with them, reminisce about the adventure I had with Brandon at the park. But I tell you what, there's a lot more people there on that birthday party on a Saturday than there was that day we went together.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Same when we went to the party, it was pretty packed and it was a weeknight. So
Really
yeah. Yeah.
interesting.
But
That's good. That
that's
means
where
they're
it all
more.
started, right?
That's where we came up with the ideas.
Our $1 million idea.
Yep. It's, we're only like 999,000. So,
Yeah, we're
okay,
close. We're almost there.
we made like $10 so far.
Spent more than we've made.
Well,
We're still hoping to break even within the next 10 years.
one more thing. If anybody's who's listening, the three people that who listen to this podcast, I've reached out to a couple, and I think, yeah, I have. I don't know, think you have, but I have. I've reached out to a couple of the local barbershops to see who wants to chop my hair this time, and I haven't
Really?
heard back.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So if anybody knows of a barbershop, maybe I mentioned this before, barbershop or hairdresser or somebody who wants to chop it off and maybe talk about their shop, talk about the experience, to talk chopping off the ponytail.
Are
Let us know.
barbershops still not barbershops? Are podcasts still a thing? Does the idea of coming on a podcast not call to people like it used to? Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe it's all about TikTok now. Who knows?
Guess we
Or
gotta get on
Reels.
TikTok. We gotta get on TikTok. We gotta get on YouTube. All these things. These are our 5 year plan. We're still only on year 4, so
So we got some time.
we've got some time before we get to that level. I do want to say one last thing. Sorry, and this goes back a long, long time, but I think I sent it to you that someone actually did reach out and technically won the McDonald's Guess Your Price challenge.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, so they used, if you guys, if you want a really low entry way to send us a message, whether good or bad, if you go to your podcast app, you can click a link and send us a text message, and it will come tell us, you send a message. The downside is I don't know what this person's name was. Very limited information. I think I have just the last 4 numbers of their phone number or something, I think is what it gives me. So someone did win. If you're listening and you're that winner, apologies. Thank you for reaching out, but you need to send us a message in another way so that we can then give you your reward because you won.
Or in their message, can they say what the name is?
I
And
guess, but
maybe their
then
phone number? Because we need do we need their phone number or do we need their Venmo?
I guess if their phone number is attached to their Venmo and they gave us the full phone number, we could use that. But I don't know. Other than that, I don't. You won. We just don't know how to give you your money. That's what I'm saying. And
Woohoo!
this was a minute ago. So if you're still listening, maybe they're not listening because they're so mad that we never responded. But I would have totally responded and honored our commitment, but we just never heard back. But if you also missed out on that opportunity and you want more opportunities to guess Nate's deal of the week,
Deal of the week.
I don't know if I want to sign up for a full week of it, sign up for doing every week. But if you guys want to see more stuff like that, let us know.
Deal,
And
deal of the month.
there you go, deal of the month. We could do that. We're just putting ourselves more and more in the red, but we're willing to make that sacrifice. So anyway, if that's you, reach out, let us know. If you want another opportunity, tell us because Nate has deals all the time. Which brings us to our topic of the episode today, which is the deals.
The deals
The
or the big
deals.
deal.
The
The big
big
deal.
deal.
The big deal outlet?
That one. Yes, the big deal
That
outlet.
one, which is so much fun. We went a few months ago when it opened.
Is that
So it's been a
crazy?
hot minute
It was a
since
couple months
Brandon and I,
ago.
that's crazy. But if anybody remembers my story about getting, I don't know, 120-ish bottles of Mountain Dew fruit cake or fruit quake, I think it's what it was called.
Yeah, it was a
This
terrible drink.
is terrible.
Absolutely terrible.
It tastes like a melted Slurpee is really what it tastes like.
No, that would be good. This tastes like a
Really?
melted,
Well,
nasty fruitcake
sure.
flavored. I don't know.
It wasn't bad. I've had worse. There's been other drinks from other countries that are worse, but this is the place I got it at, but it was at their Layton location. So a few months ago, which is kind of funny, my story is I was actually going up to the Layton area to do a pickleball tournament with a friend.
Per
And
use.
I was gonna ask my friend, like, hey, we should go a little bit early to the tournament and then we can go to the Big Deal outlet before we play in the tournament. It was a night tournament. But like that day, I saw on my Facebook page that they opened up a Big Deal outlet in Midvale. So I'm like, well, good heavens, I don't need to go to Layton one anymore. I can go to the one in Midvale. And it has not, it's probably just as good, I think, as the one in Layton. They both kind of seem to do different sales at different times, but it's been fun. It's been nice to have it so close that I don't have to make an excuse to go to Layton or only go once a quarter. I can go once a week to the one in Midvale. but I did take you. I think their opening month. It might have been their opening week or two because they had like a coupon that bring a friend, you get like $5 off or something. And that's when Brandon and I went to check it out. And the only thing I can say to describe it, and I've been telling people who are familiar with the NPS store, Market Square, that it reminds me of the old school Market Square before NPS kind of went more streamlined and commercial. Like this is like old school, dig through stuff, deals galore. You just never know what you're going to find when you go to this place.
The good old days of NPS, if you will.
So, so when Brandon and I went, can I read off my receipt?
Yeah. Yeah, go
All
ahead.
right. I got one more story I want to tell about this place too,
Tell your
after too.
stories. We've got
All
time.
right.
We've got time.
But we got time. We got unlimited time.
Get nothing
So
but
I got
time.
five Takis, intense nachos. I got two, four, six, 16, wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, about 26 candy bars, I'm guessing, because it just says grocery discount. I
Mm,
had a picture of it. So it was like the Reese's Pieces cups, just candy
potato
galore.
chip.
Yeah. Then maybe some potato. Yeah, I got some potato chips. I remember you going back.
No,
You went
potato
back
chip
to get some.
Reese's. Like the Reese's with the potato chips or the Reese's
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the
But I remember too, didn't I have you run back and grab me another bag of potato chips because the deal was you had to buy like five of something to get it for $1.
I think I
And I
got
had
you
like two bags.
the voodoo
Yeah, I
ones or
had like
whatever.
something like that.
The
Because I remember I had like two potato chips and I didn't realize you had to have five. So it would have been like $1.20 for the two bags, or I can get two more bags for $1
mm-hmm.
total. So I probably got some potato chips in there too. Oh, I also got a bunch of wheat thins. How many wheat thins did I get? Four boxes of wheat thins, a couple bags of like the shareable peanut M&Ms, and then I also got um these wireless headphones that actually I've been really pleasantly surprised like how well they work. I've been the times I do go to the gym, I've been using them and they work pretty well. They're
Nice.
not like super like high-end quality ones, but they're probably equivalent to ones that you buy for like 60, $70 at the store. Anyways, my grand total was after my $5 discount and taxes was $16.12. Mind blown. Crazy.
Crazy good deals. Should I read you
Crazy
mine?
good deals.
What I got? Five Taki chips. I got looks like maybe four different varieties of Sour Patch, a bag of Twix cookie dough, a couple of those protein cookies, the complete cookie, a bunch of candy bars like yourself, mostly the Reese's variety, Reese's sticks, potato chip Reese's, take fives. I got some Dunkaroos, birthday cake Kit Kats, a couple of those, Fruity Pebble oatmeal, some jerky, some beef jerky sticks, and then one which was really pushed me over the edge, my big ticket item that I needed because I needed a treat for the young men the next morning was a big box of the Oreo, the most stuff variety. And
How'd
my
they like
grand
it?
total, what's that?
How did your kids like that
Oh, they
in your
loved it.
class?
They loved
Were
it.
they like, whoa,
Whoa, this is
Brandon's
the
amazing?
most stuff I've ever seen. And then I ate a good couple of them myself, I must say. But yeah, all of that I could have came away with as good of a deal as and more stuff like you, but I had to get that one because that alone was $11 for the big box of Oreos, which is still a pretty good deal. But my grand total was $22.10. That's with the $5 coupon, of course.
That's not bad.
Not bad. I do regret that I didn't play the deal game as well as you did. I should
Yeah.
have I should have bought the Oreos separate So I could have kept that, its own thing and just had the deal with the rest of it, then I could give you the
Yeah.
true haul.
Yeah. I'm definitely in it for the game, the thrill of the deal. My wife is not good at it. She's not good at like the game at all. I think last week we went to two places. One place, like I think it was a thrift store, like the certain color tag was like 75 cents for that certain color. And she kept grabbing stuff that wasn't that color. I'm like, oh, you're doing what they want you to do. You got anyways, I'm like, you're not good at this. And then we actually went to the Big Deal Outlet and they had certain color stuff that was on sale. And she kept grabbing stuff that wasn't part of the color. I'm like, no, no. The whole idea is the game to get the best deals.
That's
But
how you do it.
my one complaint I have about Big Deal Outlet is they keep doing this spin the wheel thing, and then but they end it like at 6 o'clock. So if anybody works during the day from 9 to 5, it's hard to get over there by 6 o'clock. So that's my one gripe. I wish they would change. And actually, I think I talked to them about it. They're not going to do anything about it. But I'm like, hey, I think you should do it longer than 6 o'clock because people. Because anyways,
Once they hear this,
I'm pretty
the
sure because
scathing
this is gonna,
review.
yes, and then other people are gonna complain about it too. But my other fun story is one, it was a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago now, because it feels like it's a couple weeks ago. They were doing this deal where if you got there between 9 and 10 o'clock, they open at 9 o'clock, but between 9 and 10 on this Friday, you got an extra 10% off your purchases. And they also had all their regular deals going on. So me and a friend from pickleball, I was like, yeah, I get done around 8 o'clock and I had to take my boys to school. And I said, after I drop my boys off at school, I'm going to head over to the Big Deal Outlet. And they're like, oh, I want to go check it out. So we got there. It reminded me of the old Mervin's commercials. You're probably too young to remember, where people are
Yeah.
standing outside for waiting for the doors to open. They're like, open, open. I think it was Mervin's. Or anyways, so we were literally outside of the store just waiting for them to open. The only two people there in the parking lot because we got there like 5 minutes before they opened. Little light drizzle, only a little bit. So we go into the store and they have, right as you walked in, a ton of the banana boxes. They're kind of their thing, right? They have banana boxes full of treats and snacks and all that stuff, right?
Oh, is that what they put them in?
Yeah. So
Oh.
they're like anything in the and so this day they're like, oh, anything in the banana box is four for $1. And we go over to the banana box, like I said, with the first people in there, and they had big bags of candy, like the $10, $15 bags of candy that you get at the store for like Halloween. Well, I guess you get them year round now. It used to be just Halloween and stuff. And I'm like, there's no way, like this big bag of candy that's not even like maybe it's expiring that month, so it's still decent candy. Like, there's no way this is only 25 cents. And by that time, like other couple people had gone into the store and were walking around near the area we were in. So I go over to like the lady working there, the manager. I'm like, oh, so this big bag of candy is only 25 cents. She goes, yeah, anything in those banana boxes is four for $1. We're like, okay. And the lady, two ladies that were over in the shopping heard me talking to her and they just started grabbing crap like it was a grab and go, like a
Hmm.
contest and started filling up
Right.
their cards. But
Supermarket. What's that show called? Supermarket
yeah,
Sweep.
sweeps or something like that. Anyways, so I didn't go super crazy, but I'm like, oh, I cannot not buy a big bag of Reese's peanut butter cup minis, whatever, that are usually 15 bucks or 25 cents. So I probably kid you not got like if I were to go to Walmart or Smith's, anything like that, it's probably the value of $250, $300, and it maybe cost me 10 bucks for everything.
Holy
And
cow.
in hindsight, I'm like, maybe I should have just gone crazy and bought all this stuff. And I think it would have been hilarious for like my daughter's birthday party to send the kids home with a big bag of like Halloween candy. Like, here's your
Yeah.
to go. Like, what? So that was a fun moment in my experiences at the Big Deal Outlet. But every week, if you sign up for their emails, and I think you can just go to their website as well, it will show you what deals they have going on. They kind of do like different color stickers when they put stuff out on the floor. And then and then when it gets old, they're like, okay, this week's blue sticker, the next week's yellow sticker, and so on. They just change up what's going to be on sale for that week. But a lot of times most candy bars are like what, 20 cents each. And
It's not bad.
they just have a lot of just random stuff, just like a lot of random stuff. Um, they had like their Red Vines, the movie theater box candy style that you buy at the movie theater. They were like 9 cents each for a while, and it wasn't really that bad in my opinion. So you just never know what you're gonna get. It's worth checking out. And they even have like I don't know if they still have any left, but they had like these $150 pickleball paddles for like $30. So if you want to get into pickleball and you don't want to start out with the low end stuff, you want to kind of want to go to a mid grade, $30 ain't bad for a good pickleball paddle.
Good start.
So if you have like any like campouts coming out or
You're gonna go to a
barbecues
movie.
or going to a movie, I would definitely check this place out. But like any place else, you got to know your pricing because some of their stuff you're like, ah, that's a little pricey for what it
Yeah,
is. But
the cereal I didn't think was that great of a deal. Cereal doesn't seem like it
yeah,
was.
cereal's been weird. But like the other day, they had like 75% off their clothing, and I got these Eddie Bauer shorts that, Eddie Bauer manufactured retail price, whatever, it was like $80. So the tags obviously, so it's brand new, but I got them for like $2,
Hmm.
brand new. So you can just find deals. It's fun.
Guess that's
One
why they
thing
call it the
that I've
Big
like I
Deal
said,
Outlet.
that's they should call it the Big Deal Outlet. Oh, wait, they already do.
So this one, you said it's close by. It's in Midvale, kind of over by that Fort
It's where
Union
the
area,
old,
right?
old Babies R Us used to be. They actually still use the carts from Babies R Us.
Oh, I didn't notice
And I don't
that.
remember, but somebody was telling me before it was Babies R Us, it was a Toys R Us, but maybe it was. I just don't remember it being Toys R Us. I always remember it being Babies R Us. But yeah,
And
over in that
somewhere in
whole
between, it was a Spirit Halloween store, I'm sure.
probably, oh, there's so many things that come and gone in that whole shopping center over the years.
Yeah, it's a cool place. I liked it. Um, I'm not like you going to NPS all the time or not necessarily hunting for deals, but it was kind of fun to go. And I definitely like to go again. Maybe take the family, like whatever you want, grab it.
I know that's what's kind of fun. You go there is you're like, they ask for something. You're like, oh, yeah, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. They have I think, a pretty decent pillow section. My wife's always looking at the pillows at Target because you can never have enough pillows. And so I need to take her over there and check out their spread
I
so we
think
can
they even,
save some money.
I don't know when it was, but I know I saw like an advertisement that they were doing selling their pillows. So you might have
Ah,
missed out.
well,
But
geez.
I'm like, just wait
Thanks for
another
the
week
heads
and they'll
up.
just wait another week and they'll have another sale for your pillows.
Yeah, but it's like you said, it's gonna be random what's there. It's just gonna be what they have that day, that week, right? You go to the store October 31st, the store has shelves and shelves full of candy, Halloween candy. You go there November 1st, maybe they have a little cart of it. Where did all that candy go, man? Where is it all? Goes to
At
places
my
like
house.
this. And now it's at Nate's house. And so, yeah, they sell it off probably just to try and recoup some of their money back, right? And we get to take advantage of it. But this is not a place for you if you adhere strictly to the dates printed on your goods and packages.
Oh yeah.
Going to the Google reviews, many people do not understand this concept and the concept that things may be expired, but you can still eat them. It's still okay. When it says best by date or suggested, that doesn't mean it's not edible
Well,
anymore,
there's
right?
somebody has a website because the only thing that's regulated that has to have an expiration date is baby formula. Everything else is just the manufacturer guessing, or basically they want the store to take it out so they can put new product in. You know what I
Even
mean?
your
So,
milk's a guess, right?
oh yeah, 100%.
You
Yeah,
you'll
that's
find out
why
really
there's actually
quick if it's bad. but it's still
There's
a
a
guess.
website I would have to find it, but somebody has like a list of like technically how much time you have for each product after the expiration date before it really does go bad. But stuff like potato chips, they're covered in salt, a natural
It's not even a
preservative that's
potato.
like
It's legally
it's not
not a
even
potato anymore.
it's a tennis ball for crying out loud. So yeah, there's so many things that I'm like, yeah. Oh, this is has nothing to do with Big Deal Outlet, but big uh Big Lots is another kind of good place to go for deals. And I'll pop in there every once in a while in the neighborhood and look at their clearance stuff. But the other day they had a bag like 3 or 4 bags of Nestle Crunch miniature bars, like
Hmm.
the Halloween candies type stuff. And they were like 70 cents a bag when they're usually like 3 or 4 bucks, right? So I'm like, sure, I'll buy some. And the lady at the register, which is kind of funny, I'm buying the product, but she's like, oh, you're buying the expired candy. I'm like, yeah, they're still pretty good out there. Like, no, they're not. They'll turn. I'm like,
Maybe they turn
it was just
white.
funny
They
that she was
still
arguing
good.
with me. Like, I'm like, she goes, well, they turn all white and stuff, the chocolate. I'm like, yeah, but that's usually like well past a year past the expiration, even longer before it really starts going bad. But if it just expired a couple days ago, there's a good chance this candy's still good. And it was because my kids like devoured it like in a couple of days. Should have hit it. But if I would have given you a piece and said, try this, Brandon, you never would have known that it expired 2 days ago.
Yeah, the boys didn't know I gave them
Quote
expired
unquote expired.
Oreos.
What's that?
Just kidding. I don't think the Oreos were expired yet, but you know what I mean? There's no way to know. They're not gonna know.
Yeah. So some
How
like
are they gonna
especially
know?
anything with sugar, like this pure sugar, it ain't gonna expire.
I think the thing you taught me was not to buy the stuff with eggs in it, right? Because
Yeah, I think anything with dairy or eggs in it, you got to be careful,
yeah,
in my opinion. But other than that, like potato chips, candy, cereal usually fine too because they package it so well, right?
right. Well, back to my point. The most of the reviews are pretty good. There's not a ton of reviews. It's still a new place. It only goes back a couple months, right? 34 reviews with 4.2 stars. But there's one review. So first time coming to the store, I bought some Vita cocoa water. Get home to drink one, tasted like normal regular water. Then I realized every bottle I bought, the seal was opened. This is a great bargain store for kids' clothing, but definitely not for food or even coconut water. The toys there are the same prices as Ross, Walmart, and when Target have their toys on sale. The quality of the toys has been the quality of the toys have been open and used like you just bought it from the Deseret Industry thrift stores. I won't recommend buying anything else. This was my experience, but everyone else is different. So yeah, check the
Yeah.
sales if you're going to a place like this too. I mean, there's a reason things are there and they're cheap, right?
Well, sure.
And
Sure.
also for the toys, like I'd refute that a little bit. I think the deals are probably better than most of the big box
Yeah.
stores and the
Yeah.
Walmarts and Targets, but it doesn't mean it's going to be unscathed. They're not going to be perfect toys. There's a reason they're at the big deal outlet.
Oh yeah. There were probably returns or something that the store was just trying to get rid of.
Yeah.
I
But check
haven't
your Vita Coco
I've
for
gone to the toy section a few times and I'll be honest with you, I didn't really, but again, I'm not looking for any certain toy, but they haven't been like, oh wow, this is an amazing deal. But they do stuff like where they do like 25% off the toy aisle, and that maybe makes it a better deal. But
right.
I'm not going there personally for the toys. I'm going there for the candy and the chips and the clothes,
The health foods.
the healthy foods. And the one thing I think it was when we went, right? Literally the day before Brandon and I went, my wife and I went to Smith's and we bought a big bag of crinkle fries for like $10 at Smith's. And then we go to the Big Dell outlet and they had a big bag of crinkle fries for $2.50. So I was like, blasted. So and I think they still have some fries there. Maybe they still don't, but we've been eating a lot of fries lately because it's so cheap there. And
Cheaper
I think
than
they're probably
your
bags of fries that they sell to restaurants. That was maybe surplus from a restaurant, but we ain't had no problem with them yet.
the other negative reviews are about that what I was bringing up. the expiration dates. This person says, if you want a product after expiration date, this is the place for you. I can't believe they are allowed to do such a thing. The expiration date is there for a reason. There's literally stuff that are 2 years out. I don't know about 2 years, but again, to that point, expiration date is there for a reason. Yeah, because they're told they have to put a date on there, and doesn't mean it's not good.
Exactly.
But the rest of the reviews are pretty good. It seems they're pretty good at responding to the negative reviews. If someone says, you know, like the person with the coconut water, they're like, yeah, we'll make it better. Bring them in and we'll refund your money or whatever. Um, they said occasionally damaged items get missed by our team. We're so sorry. So, and they're going to be good about that too. There's things obviously if something doesn't have a seal on it, probably shouldn't be selling it. You probably don't want to be drinking it. But if you were to get something like that, they're gonna give you your money back. Just be a little more cautious as you're looking at things
Well,
when you go
use
here.
common sense, right? But
Yeah.
I haven't had many things there that I bought that didn't have a seal on it or whatever that person's talking about. Because most of it's like soda cans and stuff that I've had to like drink from or whatever. But the one thing you need to be careful about the Big Deal Outlet is like they do have like a scanning system, but like it's not always up to date. So you kind of have to pay attention when they're
Mm,
checking you out to make sure the pricing is correct. Because you can have like two bags sitting next to each other, and one's like the blue tag that's 50% off, and one's a yellow tag that's not. So the scanning system doesn't know which is which when they scan it. So you have to pay attention because there's been a bunch of times where I've had to like correct them, like, oh, that's supposed to be this price, or when I actually get my receipt, going, oh wow, that charged me a lot more than it was supposed to.
right.
But they're really cool about and really easy to fix the problem or give you a refund.
And I
Um,
think when we were up there, the lady told you needed another chip to get a deal, right? So they're
yeah,
at least
yeah.
knowledgeable to help you get more bang for your buck.
Yeah, they've been super cool. Everyone who's worked there has been super cool, and um, I haven't had any issues with customer service wise with them.
Yeah, all around a pretty cool place. We give it a 2 thumbs up, 4 thumbs ups,
Yeah,
three and a
Nate
half.
approved. Nate
Nate
approved.
approved. Hey, there you go. Gets
Yeah.
Nate's stamp of approval. You should come
Like
up
one
with
of those
a
places like you
phrase.
want people to go to so that they stay in business, but you also don't want a lot of people to go there, so they take all the deals from me.
That's
It's a
true. That's
catch
true.
22.
So maybe we don't want to release this episode. I don't know. What do you think?
No, because I need them to stay in business. So I
Okay.
think our three listeners can go, and that will keep it keep
keep
things at
keep
bay.
enough deals, but also keep them in business.
There you go.
And one of our listeners lives pretty close to there, so go get some candy, man.
Oh, I know, right? It's just down the street.
He could go and do recon and let us know if there are really good deals, and we need to hurry down and check it out.
Or get him for us, and we'll just reimburse him half of whatever he paid.
Yeah, right. Great deal. But yeah, check it out. Let us know if you have also another favorite store like this that Nate needs to go give his Nate stamp of approval on. We would be happy to go and visit it after the summer's over.
I have noticed when I've been up in Davis County that there are a few discount shops. I feel like I know all of them that are here in Salt Lake County,
There's got to be one
but
you don't know of. There's got to be
I'm sure there is
hidden
in
gem.
Salt Lake. Hopefully,
But anyway, challenge us. Let us know if there's something else that Nate's missing out on because he wants to find the deals and we want to talk about them because this is a place podcast and we've got something we want to talk about.
we want to talk about it, as my son would say.
Yes, we want to talk about it. Thanks for listening to This is a Place podcast.
And this was a place we just talked about.